Hello, anyone there? A telegram. Hello? 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 Hello, is anybody there?
Was it you rang the bell? Was it you rang that bell?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then it's a drink you want.
Thanks.
I thought it was Mr. Clooney was ringing. You see, he drinks my stuff.
Mr. Clooney?
You're a stranger here.
I'm finding everything very strange here. Rather odd, in fact.
Ah, well, I'll explain the way it is to you. Suppose there was some farmer here doing a powerful transaction with Mr. Clooney.
Mm-hmm.
Well, figures is dry work. And when Mr. Clooney sees his man is on the point of exhaustion, he rings the bell, and I come from the hotel with the necessary.
A very humane procedure, Mr...
Tim, just Tim.
Then Mr. Clooney, I take it, is the manager of the bank.
Oh, who else but he for the last 20 years?
Oh, I wouldn't dispute that for 1 minute. But where is Mr. Clooney? Where is everybody? You're the first human being I've seen since I came here.
Ah, well, Mr. Clooney wouldn't be back yet, no, nor anybody else. They're all down in the parish hall making arrangements for the big birthday.
The big birthday?
Aye, Patrick Fartles.
Oh, is he a very important person?
Not at all. Just an old devil of a man been up to no good all his life.
Well, excuse me, Tim, but I'm a stranger to your country, and I'm really finding everything rather bewildering. May I ask you one simple question?
Oh, certainly.
Then why, here in this village, does the butcher desert his block, the petrol man his pump, the bank manager his bank, to discuss the birthday of a man whom you describe as a scoundrel?
Well, it's the grand flow of words you have, and they certainly deserve an answer. But you see, this is not an ordinary birthday. They do say that Patrick Fartle is the oldest man in the world.
Oh, really? Say that again.
They do say that Patrick Fartle is the oldest man in the world.
How old is he?
Well, Father Carey reckons that he's 110.
100? Where is he? I've got to find him.
Well, maybe if you went down to the parish hall where the meeting is, somebody will tell you.
Where is it?
Just round the corner there, next to the Garda barracks.
The what?
The police station.
Oh, you're a wonderful man. You don't know what you've done for me.
So, the committee decided to call this meeting to inform you of the progress of the Patrick Farrell Birthday Fund. The contributions have unfortunately proved rather meagre. Now, this may be a reflection on the esteem in which you hold Patrick Farrell, but it's certainly no tribute to your generosity. Will you read him on, Shalene?
By public subscription, £4, 11 shillings and 9 pence. This sum would have reached the total of £4, 13 shillings and 9 pence. But on examination, it was found that one of the florins was a bad one, and it had to be removed.
Point of order. The circulation of bad coins in Ballymorrissey is a disgrace to the parish father. I myself have had that particular 2 shilling piece pass over my counter in exchange for good meat and pig's feet no less than 6 times in a fortnight. I had the devil's own job getting rid of it.
Well, you seem to have succeeded at last, John Dowling. The parish clerk tells me he had it in the Sunday collection 4 times.
It's turned up at the bank once or twice. I was wondering what had happened to it. Order! Order! Now, this meeting wasn't called to discuss the fate of a 2-shilling piece. If we're going to come to any conclusions...
Excuse me, officer. Is this Mr. Patrick Farrell here?
Ah, no. He'll be taking the boy for an outing.
The boy?
The son, wee Willie.
The oldest man in the world, and he's got a wee son called Willie.
...have other business to attend to elsewhere. So let's stick to the point, please.
Who's he? He's Mr. Phillips, the local lawyer.
The proceeds of the cake, baked and decorated by Mrs. O'Shaughnessy, the wife of our respected TD. Will you read him out, Julie?
TD, what's that?
$1, what they used to call a member of Parliament.
The proceeds of the penny raffle on Mrs. O'Shaughnessy's cake come to 14 shillings and 6pence.
Point of order. If there's to be traffic in cakes and pastries, they should be got at my shop. That's what I'm paying taxes for. And I'm telling you here and now, Mrs. O'Shaughnessy, that your husband will never get my vote again. He's supposed to be up in Dublin promoting the trade of the country, not having his wife taking the bread out of my mouth.
Will you please sit down, Jeremiah O'Driscoll?
I'll proclaim my rights as a free-born trader to protest, Father. I've made my point, now I'm sitting down.
Now, together with the sale of the tickets for the dance which is to be held here tonight, it is estimated that the total sum will amount to some £25.
And the only matter for discussion is what we're to spend it on. Something, of course, that Patrick Farrell will like.
I know what Patrick Farrell would like. But sure, nobody would be safe if he had 25 quid's worth of whiskey inside him.
Maybe Sergeant Lahan would know.
Martin, what do you think your great-great-grandfather-in-law would like for a birthday present?
I couldn't tell you, Father. He's hardly spoken to me since the time I had to arrest him for cracking the tinker's skull. You better ask me daughter there.
Shalene?
Well, he's getting a bit weak in the legs for a push bike. What he's really set his heart on is a motor scooter.
Really, Shalene, I suggest a more prudent investment against the time when, well, the old man will have to be buried one day. I think a motor scooter is ridiculous.
You're talking nonsense, sir. He shall have a motor scooter. He shall have a motor car if he likes. You don't seem to realize what a great and wonderful event this is. Here are you supposed to be organizing a birthday celebration, and all you can talk about is a burial fund. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And who the dickens might you be?
Excuse me, Father. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Randall, Tony Randall. I'm from London.
That may well be, but it doesn't warrant you butting in on a matter that doesn't concern you.
This matter not only concerns me, sir, but the whole world. I represent Consolidated Television. I'm touring Ireland gathering material for a program, so you can understand my excitement.
Not quite. In fact, not at all.
But here is the oldest man in the world, with his little son, Willie. It's like Abraham with Isaac, the dearly beloved son of his old age. It's like something out of the Bible, only better.
I must say the old devil never struck me as being particularly biblical.
Ladies and gentlemen of
Ballymorrissey.
Ballymorrissey, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of you don't seem to realize what's happened. Here in your very midst, this birthday, it's going to make the most terrific story.
Rubbish.
Point of order. This is a public meeting and every man has a right to his say. Go on, mister.
Thank you, sir. With your permission, I'm going to put this wonderful birthday on television. Show it to the world.
I've never heard such nonsense.
Have you no imagination, sir? Here is his patriarch with his little son, Willie, the apple of his eye. They're strolling together, hand in hand, through the Irish countryside.
Will you put a little more drive into them legs of yours, Willie?
Can't we ace up a bit, You have the legs nearly revolved off me.
Well, heaven forgive me for bringing such a weakling into the world. Did you dig the worm?
I did, the blue-headed ones, just as you told me.
And where have you got them?
In me pocket. And they're that lively, I can feel them nibbling their way out of the can.
All right. Come on now.
Yes,
Will you push, man? Will you push?
Yes,
That is the program as I see it, ladies and gentlemen. The men, women, and children of Ballymorrissey celebrating the big birthday in a manner worthy of the occasion.
Speaking on behalf of my husband, Mr. Randall, I must say I consider the idea an excellent one. My husband, representing the government, will make the presentation in person to Patrick.
Thank you. Now, with regards to refreshments, my company, of course, will bear all costs.
On behalf of the tradesmen of the parish, I welcome that idea most cordially. And as far as the buns and cakes are concerned, I hope the catering will be done professionally, not by interfering amateurs. Here's my business card, Mr. Randall.
And if it's pork pies, pig stotters, or sausage rolls you're wanting, anybody here in Ballymorrissey will tell you that the shop that bears the old established name of Dowling is the only one that's worthy of your custom.
For lemonade and lollipops, you couldn't do better than come to me at the post office, Mr. Randall. And if there's telephone calls you're wanting to be sending, I'm at my post, night and day.
Oh, that's splendid. It's wonderful to see the way you're all rallying round.
Well, I think it's abominable.
Here, here.
I think the whole thing's just vulgar commercial exploitation of a simple old man.
Sit down, girl, sit down.
Hurry up, sir. Hurry up. Down to the river for that big monster of a trout. We shouldn't do this. I'm afraid, you'd be afraid of your own reflection in the looking glass. Not that I blame you.
But supposing Mr. Phillips or our Martin comes along to...
Well, I'm a match for that pair, Neil. Lawyers and policemen will either all the one breed to me. Come on.
Yes, Da.
All you're thinking of is making a show of Patrick so you can make money. So Driscoll can sell his cakes. Dowling can sell his pies, and Mrs. O'Shaughnessy gets cheap publicity for herself and her husband.
Easy now, silly lad.
Right, that won't bring trade to the country.
I think you misjudge us.
I do not. You're only interested in getting Patrick to make a fool of himself so you can advertise some trash or other.
She's quite right. The whole idea's monstrous.
Oh, we seem to be leaving the man most concerned out of this. Martin, would you go and see if you could find Patrick?
Well, Father, if he's where I think he is, I doubt if he'll be pleased to see me.
Well, as far as this meeting's concerned, I propose we put it to the vote.
Here, here, certainly.
Come on, Desmond, let's go.
All those in favour of celebrating the big birthday in a manner worthy of Ballymorrissey, please signify in the usual way. Oh, you're outvoted, miss.
That doesn't worry me. For I'm having nothing to do with it. And if I've my way, neither will Patrick.
Well, come along. We've got a lot to do. Now, listen, I want to organise all the local talent. Now, have you got a village band?
Look, do you see him there?
I do, Da, I do. But I'm afraid if I'd him on the hook, he might pull me in after him. And what would a one like that want with a worm?
Sometimes I think, Willie, that you'll never grow up. What he's after is meat, the same as you and me. And worms to a fish, Willie, is meat. Come on now and help me string in the lines. Yes,
Look, Da. John for John, let's haul in the lines.
Have you taken leave of your senses, man? Those lines stay where they are. Down in your hunkers now and through the bushes.
Well, Mr. Randall, the bank's facilities are at your disposal. What can I do for you?
Well, I was at Loch Mullet races yesterday, Mr. Clooney.
Oh, then you have my sympathy. It was a terrible...